My husband and I have decided to finally enroll our son to a summer playgroup session so he'll have a feel of what school like and meet new friends even if it's just done online. And so, after work, I got curious, so I asked our son, "Do you want to go to school?" He replied, "No thanks." So I asked, "Why not?" He said, "Because I'm a little bit nervous." And then I told him, "At school, you're not only going to learn new things, you're also going to gain friends. It's challenging, but it's worth it." Then he asked, "And play? Promise?" I said yes. And finally he replied, "Okay then, I'd like to go to school."
Welcome to episode 4 of Mom Buns and Dad Buns. And today, we're not only going to look back to our first day of school memories, we're also going to talk about what it feels like to be a parent of a toddler going to school for the first time.
Do you still remember how you felt on your first day of school?
I actually remember feeling excited whenever there's first day of school because it's a surprise to know who your classmates would be.
Yeah.
So for every year, you get to change section. So there's no guarantee if your friends are still on the same class as you are.
I always remember feeling nervous about it. I don't know, with Filipino teachers, they would require us of having an 1/4 index card with your 1 by 1 picture on it, and then they would shuffle it and then pick one, and if you're the lucky winner of that draw, you need to tell something about yourself. And I have first day jitters every time I would imagine doing that in every period and every subject of the day
On the first day. I think it's
Also the icebreaker.
yeah. I think it's okay because you get to memorize what you're going to say throughout the day.
But I don't want to, I don't want to say the same exact things over and over. I wanted to be creative in introducing myself and all that. I think that's the pressure that I put in myself whenever it's first day of school.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the fun when it comes to first days because you only get to do this during the orientation. So once you move past the first day, I think that's a different story already, and
True.
it's a different scenario. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay for everyone to introduce themselves because I mentioned it's not guaranteed that you are on the same class. And
True.
every year there's also new teachers coming in, so not everyone will out of all the students, not all will remember you.
Yeah, so you're saying that you enjoy the icebreakers that the teachers prepare. Do you like it?
I do enjoy it. I did enjoy it. You get to wear your best clothes on the first day, your brand new shoes, your new haircut. So that's what
You mean
matters.
you mean your best set of uniform?
Yeah, the best that you wear on the Monday.
Yeah. New bags, new notebooks.
Yeah.
What were your preparations before the first day of school?
Well, on the night prior the first day of school, I remember preparing my clothes, make sure that they are ironed out properly. My leather shoes, they're shined, although they're brand new. Make sure that they're clean, and make sure to put a pair of socks already inside the shoes. And also books, my notebooks, my pen, make sure that they all are wrapped cleanly and they are labeled properly.
I think I'm more excited about the night before the first day of school than the actual first day of school, that you get to, meet your new classmates and your new teachers, because I remembered having new uniform, new shoes, new bags. We do it yearly.
And I remember also having, a nice haircut. They call it gupit binata. It's more of a 2 by 3. hairstyles. Since we started online classes last year, how do you think kids are preparing for their first day of school?
I imagine the parents are more excited than their kids.
Excited or tired?
No, excited. Especially if you're a first time parent, I think you're more excited than your kid or your toddler, or it's their first time in college or in high school. It's not every day that as a parent you get to see how they are in their classroom.
We do have something we call emotional quotient or EQ, right? And being on online classes is somehow different because you cannot really see or you cannot really interact with your fellow students. Do you think this is hard for the kids?
I think you get to have a different interaction when you're just talking to a person over the phone or via, video call, rather than having a real conversation face to face. So the adjustment based on, making friends and really interacting with their classmates, and obviously the memories they have gained since last year or this school year, it's totally different. So on the intro, we revealed that we have finally decided to enroll our son to a playgroup session. How do you feel about it?
Kind of excited to see how he will
Yeah.
do
Me too.
in terms of interaction with the classmate. What I'm curious about is his attention span.
True.
Like, I'm curious how the teacher would keep 5 kids.
In
Focus.
one Zoom session.
Yeah, correct. So that's 30 minutes of kids
Playing
being
around.
kids.
And I think it's also an interaction with the kids and also the parents of the kids.
Yeah, and our son
Right?
is used to doing video calls, right?
True.
He's familiar. So I'm actually interested to see what will the teacher do to keep that focus for 30 minutes. 9 sessions. So
I think it's totally different because in the normal video call that he had experienced, it's just one person on the other side, right? Now it's 4 kids plus one teacher.
and I'm curious to see as well how the teacher would implement all the activities. Of course, the kids will be supervised by the parents, and I think it's more of the parents who will be on the call rather than the kids. But we'll see how it goes.
What are your preparations now that it's not you who's going to have that first day of school? It's our son who's going to experience it.
Well, we'll just have to make sure that everything he needs, for example, the materials that we'll be needing,
True.
we'll coordinate it with the teacher so that when his first day of school comes, he has everything he needs. I'm looking forward for his first day of school and excited to see his reaction when he interacts with his fellow students.
It's a surprise not just for our son, but for us as well.
We don't know what to expect. So
Right.
yeah, this 9 sessions are like a trial run for us.
For the first time parents like us, it's totally a matter of, adaptability. We don't dream it this way. We don't think of it this way. We thought that we're gonna be there for them. We're gonna
Right.
be there in the field trips,
For the foundation day,
right?
or
Family day.
family day. So I think this is quite different because they wouldn't have those experience yet.
Right.
What's your advice to parents whose kids are also first timers in school?
We know for a fact that this setup won't last forever. So my advice to the parents out there, you just have to cherish every single moment that you have with them and enjoy the class with them too. Don't be a distraction. Instead, be an inspiration to them.
Be as hands-on as much as possible because parents are still the first teachers for the kids, and
I agree.
this is new for everybody. kids have different learning curves, and this is a good way to observe where your kid is at when it comes to learning different activities. And hopefully, as parents, you can also adapt and be patient in teaching your kids as well.
Yeah, it's also a perfect time for us to really guide our kids,
Yeah, just support them.
just support them.
To fellow parents, we do encourage you to try to be creative, even though it's still an online class and everyone is apart from each other. You can still be traditional. You can still prepare their clothes,
Iron their clothes,
yeah, prepare their
uniform.
bag,
Yeah.
and be creative.
I also want to encourage you guys to at least put a note of encouragement or inspiration to your kids, or do things with them, or inspire them in a more creative way.
Be their teacher and their classmate at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap for today's conversation. We hope you were able to relate to this episode. If you do, follow us on Instagram at Buns and Puns. We also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Buns and Puns. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening and see you on the next one.
Could you be the one? Shh.